Hello students, right? We have already started with chapter number 2 and right now we are on the last lecture of chapter number 2. That is, in the previous class we have completed till the digestion taking place in the small intestine. That is, complete digestion was the digestion was completed in small intestine, right? After the very next process after digestion that takes place is absorption. What does absorption means? Okay, so absorption means what? As we have seen in digestion, the complex molecules has been broken down into simple and small molecules of various nutrients, right? They has to be taken in the body, right? So that process is called absorption. So as you can see the figure over here, what you can see in the figure over here, that there are number of microscopic cells present, okay, in the form of finger like projections, okay, finger like projections you can say, or finger like outgrowths you can say. Okay, what does they do, right? So they increases the surface area of absorption. If you can say, I can say from here absorption will take place more, or if there is such like finger like projections are there where absorption will take place. So of course here the surface area is getting increased, right? So similarly here you can see the villi are there, right? Villi are there which increase the surface area for absorption of nutrients. Now you can see over there at the in the next picture, okay, that each villi is connected with many networks of blood vessels, right? Wherein the digested food from the intestine, right? The digested simple molecules from the intestine gets absorbed into the blood vessel, right? So what we have understood over here, like in small intestine, right? There are what? Villi are there. Villi are there. What does it do? Increase surface area for absorption of food particles. And what are these particles? These are simple molecules, right? So this is done by microvilli, and as microvilli is connected with number of blood vessels, what it is transported to various organs of the body, right? As the food has been absorbed through microvilli in the blood vessel, now in blood vessel, from blood vessel it will be transported to the different organs of the body, right? Wherein what will happen? Okay, wherein this, okay, transportation of various nutrients which are again what? Simple molecules, okay, which are simple molecules. They will move at a particular organ and they will again combine to form a complex molecule, right? So let us take example like what? Amino acids, right? In organs or any body part, okay, they will combine, okay, they will combine to form proteins, right? Due to which what? Our body grows, right? So this process where simple molecule gets converted into complex molecule, right, is called assimilation, right? It is called assimilation, Assimilation means what? It is reverse process of digestion. In a very simple term, if I say, it is a reverse process of digestion. Okay, digestion, what we have seen, complex molecule breaking down into simpler molecules so that it can be easily absorbed through small intestine, right? And when again it reaches in the body parts, body organs, they undergo reverse process and forms complex proteins which are used by the body for its growth, right? Similarly, glucose, okay, similarly glucose, what happens to glucose? Similarly, glucose, okay, when we breathe in, so our body cells gets oxygen, right? With oxygen, or combines with oxygen, you can say, combines with oxygen to form CO2, H2O, that is water, plus energy. Now this energy is used for body activities, right? And if you see this reaction very closely, it is the reverse reaction of photosynthesis. See, in photosynthesis, in the first chapter we have discussed like what? Carbon dioxide from air, water from the root has been brought to the leaves, and sunlight energy, right, has been trapped by chlorophyll and forms food, and oxygen is given out, right? So what I can say, or what we can conclude, is the energy that we are using it is actually what? Sunlight. Okay, solar energy is what? So that is why we have, in the first chapter we have discussed that the ultimate source of energy is sunlight. I hope you understood the relation between the photosynthesis reaction and this reaction, right? So this was how absorption in small intestine takes place, right? So absorption of what you can say, a simple molecules of carbohydrate, that is glucose, takes place. Then simple molecule of fats, that is fatty acids and glycerol, absorption takes place in small intestine. At the same time, proteins, right, simple molecules of proteins, that is amino acids, okay, absorption of that also takes place in small intestine. Now the remaining part of the nutrient, that is what you can say, salts and water, from where do they get absorbed in the body? Okay, so we will discuss about the absorption in large intestine. Okay, absorption in large intestine. So remaining part of the nutrient, that is water and salt, they get absorbed in large intestine. Okay, so in large intestine, what actually happens? Okay, so what happens? Absorption of water and salts, okay, few or various salts, takes place in large intestine, right? Okay, and the remaining undigested food, you can say, or waste food, you can say, gets remain over there. Okay, water gets absorbed so that the liquid, undigested liquid, turns into semi solids, right? So what happens? An undigested food turns into semi solid liquid. Undigested food, I can say, turns into, because water and salt has been absorbed, so it will, water content will become less, so it will become semi solid undigested food. Okay, which will, what happen, which will remain over there and will be moving to the rectum, right? Rectum. And over there, what we can say, the undigested food or the waste food, that is, we can say, a fecal matter. Okay, fecal matter, that is undigested food that has of no use in our body. Okay, and timely from there it will be removed out through anus, right? Okay, from undigested food that is stored into the rectum, which is called as fecal matter. Okay, fecal matter gets removed through an opening called anus and is excreted out of the body. And this process of removing or timely removal of the undigested food is called egestion, right? It is called egestion. Fine. So I hope you understood how the digestion and absorption of the food takes place in humans. Fine. Thank you, class.